طيب, السلام عليكم. We will continue just a few things we were not able to finish them last previous lecture. Okay, you remember we spoke about how to find liquid limit. We spoke about Casagrande tool, right? We know how to do this. Okay, now the plastic limit, also we spoke about it. We said that the water content at which the soil begins to crumble, يتفتفت أو يتفتت, to crumble when it is rolled to threads of 1/8 inch of diameter, okay, 3.22 millimeters. Once it begins to crumble, we take this and put it in the oven overnight, and we find water content. That water content will be plastic limit, okay? So what we have now, we have liquid limit and we have plastic limit. By the way, do you think liquid limit or plastic limit should be greater always? Of course, liquid limit always greater than plastic limit. You remember that curve when we draw? Okay, so liquid limit always greater because it has more water content. Okay, now from liquid limit and plastic limit, we have to deal with this equation, and it is very important. It is very important. We find plasticity index. We call it plasticity index, PI. Okay, PI is plasticity index. You should know that. PI, plasticity index. If I said plasticity index, then it is PI. It is equal to liquid limit minus plastic limit, okay? So the difference between liquid limit and plastic limit is plasticity index. Now, based on that, plasticity index, the minimum plasticity index that we could earn, the minimum, 0, right? Suppose we have 0 liquid limit, 0 plastic limit, so 0 minus 0, 0. Suppose we have the same, so 0. Can it be less than 0? Because liquid limit always greater than plastic limit, we just said that. So PI always equal or greater than 0. Okay? PI always equal or greater than 0. This is 1. Now, do we prefer to deal with greater PI or smaller PI? In our case, we want to have a structure somewhere. Okay? Do we like to have a soil with greater PI or with smaller PI? Of course, smaller PI. Smaller PI means smaller plasticity. Greater PI means higher plasticity, which is bad sign. Higher swelling, which is dangerous sign. Higher compressibility, which is not good sign. Higher activity, which I don't like it. Higher volume change. Okay? Swelling, intifakh. Compressibility, hubut. Okay? We don't like to deal with a soil that swells a lot or compress a lot, right? Because I'm dealing with 10-meter thick soil deposit. Okay? Soil layer, 10 meters. Then it was raining, like what we have now. Okay? Then the 10 meters became 12 meters. That's bad, right? Because any structure there, it will be subjected to problems. Okay? Cracks. Maybe destruction. We don't like to have soil that swells a lot or compress a lot. Okay? So activity, volume change, reactivity, plasticity, when it is higher, there is a problem. Okay? Usually clay, as we go finer in clay, like bentonite, finer, remember? Then we will have higher plasticity, then it is a bad soil. Okay? We have to be cautious when we deal with such kind of soil. Okay? We don't like to have high plasticity. In our country, here, when we deal with soils in our region, any soil that has plasticity more than 30, then I have to be careful dealing with soil. Okay? Once plasticity is high, as plasticity goes higher, as problems will be more. Okay? Remember this? Okay. So PI equals liquid limit minus plastic limit. You should remember this. It is very important. Okay? Now we go to lecture 6. Lecture 6 now, we will deal with soil classification systems. Okay? Now we spoke about soil classification. We classified soils based on origin, based on size, particle size, and we classified them to gravel, sand, silt, clay. But that's not enough. We will gather all information that we studied before, based on size, based on origin, okay? And all this kind of information, we will put them together to reach soil classification systems. There are systems for classifying soil. What we need to do is to deal with a soil with just a number or a symbol, okay? When I say, for example, that he has a blood A positive, I will understand what is A positive, right? He has B12 less than 60, okay, I will understand what is. He has LDL, that's, test. Cholesterol, high cholesterol, okay? He has LDL, he has blood pressure, for example, 180 over 110, that's good, right? No, it's bad. It's bad. So, the doctor will understand it immediately, right? Just by looking to the numbers, right? We will do the same thing. We will check these soils, like doctors, and just we read a number, and we will say, this is bad soil, this is good soil, this soil will have such kind of problem, this soil will have such kind of problem, okay? So we will classify soils, we will just give them numbers or figures or symbols, okay? Now, because we have two things to do as engineers, civil engineers, either to construct a building, right? Whether this building is just a residential building or a factory, industrial, or even a dam or bridge. These are all buildings, okay? Or we will build railway, runway, highway, right? So for those two kind of structures, that's all the structures that we will deal with, we have to have just two classification systems. We will concentrate on two. There are many, but we will concentrate on two. One of them is AASHTO. Where we use AASHTO? Transportation. If I told you, okay guys, we will build a highway from Nablus to Jenin, please classify soils, then you will go to AASHTO. Even if I didn't say, even if I didn't ask you, please use AASHTO classification system, okay? If I didn't tell you, please use AASHTO classification system, but I told you that the subject or the structure that we will build is a highway, runway, railway, then you immediately you have to know by yourself. You have to use AASHTO, okay? But if I said a building, a dam, whatever, then you will use the other one that we will talk about it later, okay? So we will have the AASHTO classification system. The other one is the unified. We will talk about it later, okay? Now we will use AASHTO for highways, roads, streets, railroads, runways. Okay. Now the AASHTO classification system. The AASHTO classification system has this table, okay? And this table is already, I told you where to get it, okay? So next time, please, everybody brings this chart and the other 3 pages. Okay, there are also other 3 pages. This is the one that we will deal with. You see? The AASHTO classification system says like this. I will end up with, okay, AASHTO. Now, what I will end up with is group classification. Either the soil is A1, and A1 is divided to 2 groups, A1A, A1B, as you see, okay? Or A2, it is classified to 4 groups, A24, A25, A26, A27. Or A3, okay? Or A4, 5, 6, or A7, and it is also classified to 2 groups, okay? My answer will be at the end is the soil is A7. You see? The soil is A7. That's what I will end up. Or the soil is A1A. The soil is A4. The soil is A6. This is my answer. Then, of course, it doesn't mean anything to you, right? Does it mean anything? No? I mean, do you prefer to deal with A2 or A4? I don't know. Do you know anything?
No.
No, you will not know now. Once you will study pavement design, okay, they will tell you that for this subgrade, for this base course, you should use A24. You shouldn't use A26, okay? So this is in pavement design. Did you study pavement design? Okay. So we will use them. I will teach you only one thing, how to find what is the soil. Okay? But how to use this soil, this is in pavement design. Okay? Now, how we will use them? I will end up with group classification A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. These are 7 groups, okay? Some of them has bud groups, undergroups, subgroups, okay? Now, how I will classify them? Based on sieve number 10, which has 2 millimeter opening, unless maybe you will forget, so they wrote it, okay? Number 10, it has 2 millimeters. Number 40, it has 0.425 millimeters. And number 200, which we know, it has 0.075 millimeters, right? So based on this, we will find the soil, which one is the soil. And based on liquid limit and plasticity index, you remember? Liquid limit and plasticity index. That's it. That's it. Okay? Now, how we will play this game? Easy. Just we will have an example from ourselves, and then we come. Passing number 10. Okay. If it should be A1A, then I should have passing number 10, 50 maximum. I have 45. So is it okay or not? Okay. So I'll put okay. If it is not okay, I'll put cross. Okay. Then I finish putting crosses and right, and then I will collect which one of them will have more right answer. Okay? The one which has more right answer, this will be the soil. Okay? But from the beginning, we will divide the soil to two major groups. Okay? These are granular material. Once you get the handout, you buy it from where I told you. It's good to write here course. Okay? It's good to write here course. That's why you should have it next time. We will repeat this. Okay? We will write here granular material means coarse. Okay? Coarse. Silt clay materials mean fines. So, and what is the difference between coarse and fine in opening? 0.075 sieve number 200. Sieve number 200 for 0.075. That's why 35 or less passing percent or less passing 0.075 millimeters means number 200, right? If passing number 200 means fines and clays, right? If passing number 200 is 35% of the sample or less, then most of the sample is coarse, right? Because just 35, just 20, just 5, just 0 passing number 200, then most of the soil is coarse. So to be coarse material or granular material, then 35% or less of the sample passing 0.075 millimeters means passing number 200, right? But if greater than 35% passing number 200, then we have fines. For example, I have 50% of the sample passed number 200, then it is fines. I have 70%, then it is fines. Okay? Good. Now, because I don't want to change this page, let us have an example. Okay? and solve it here immediately on this page, because we can erase. So I will not erase anything, but I will say that I have number 4, number 10, right? You can write it. Number 200, LL, PI, right? This is what I need. Okay? Now, I have number 4, 100. Number 4? No, number 10. Okay? Number 10. Okay. Number 10, number 40, right? Number 200, right? Okay. Number 10, I have 100. What is 100 here? Percent passing. Don't ask me in the exam, is this passing or retained? We deal always with, usually students ask, what is this? We are dealing only with passing. So I have 100% passing number 200. I have 88% passing number 40. I have 65% passing number 200. And I have a liquid limit of 35. And I have a plasticity limit, plasticity index of 22. Okay? This is an example. This is an example. Let us write step-by-step solution. Right. Step-by-step solution. Write a step-by-step solution. And we will go together by step-by-step solution. I'll do 2 examples, okay? I will solve 2 examples for you. Once you know them, you have many questions in the book, in the textbook. So you can play this game. It's a good game. 2 together, 3 together, group together, okay? And you play this game. It's interesting. You just put right, wrong, and find which one of them will bring the biggest number of right answers. So example 1. Number 10, it has 100% passing. Number 40, 88. Number 265. Liquid limit 35. And plasticity index 22. Begin. Ready? Ready? Step number 1. Step number 1. PI. We deal with PI, plasticity index. PI. Step number 1. Let us write it like this. Step number 1. Okay? Step number 1. The soil is and right. A1A, A1B, A3, A24, A25, A26, A27, A4, A5, A6, A7. All options are open. Okay, we write them all. Like in a table, because we want to put under them yes or no. Okay, so like a table. Number 1, the soil is, and write all of them. All options are open. Okay, the soil may be A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7. So we write them all. والفروع. A1A, A1B in one line. Write it in one line. Okay, A1A, A1B, A1A, A24, A26, A27, A25, A3, etc. All of them. Okay, so step number 1, all options are open. Ready. Step number 2. Step number 2. We write like this. Based on number 10, how much is number 10 I have?
100.
So, based on number 10, between brackets I write 100, okay? Based on number 10, which is 100. Let us say put right or wrong. To be A1A, I should have 50% maximum, but I have 100. So, is it right or wrong?
Wrong.
Wrong. Are you sure? So, we say wrong. Okay, we put under A1A wrong. And what about A1B? What we should, why? A1B. There is no number here. Okay, so what we will put, right or wrong?
Nothing.
Nothing. Good, nothing. we will put no, not, it's not right, it's not wrong. I don't have information. No information, no judgment. Okay? No information, no judgment. Okay? So I will not put right, I will not put wrong. I just have one information about A1A, and which is wrong. So I put it wrong. That's it. Okay? Now, the next line, we go based on number 40. What is number 40? I'll write here 88. Okay? And then we go. To be A1A, I should have 30 maximum, but I have 88. So, okay, wrong. To be A1B, I should have 50 maximum. Also wrong. To be A3, 51 minimum. Minimum 51. True. Okay. What about the others? We keep silent. Okay? We keep silent. So I have 2 wrongs, 1 wrong, and 1 correct. Now we go to the final. To the final. We go to the final. Okay? The final is based on number 200. How much I have? 65. Now, 65. To be A1A, 15 maximum. To be A1B, 25 maximum. To be A3, to be A24, or 5, or 6. See? So we end up with, based on sieve analysis, which we have number 10, 40, 200 with their numbers, okay? A1A we have wrong, wrong, wrong. Number A1B, wrong, wrong. A3, correct, wrong. The others are wrong and then correct. Now we can make summation, okay? After finishing sieve analysis, we make summation, okay? We say, wrong, wrong, wrong means that's it, finish. Okay? Because 3 wrongs. Wrong, wrong means, now I have correct and wrong. Which one? No, wrong. Why? The lower remark is stronger than the above remark. Okay? You see? Always like this. If it was wrong, then correct, so I'll make it correct. But once I have correct, but then wrong, then it is wrong. After finishing sieve analysis, I will not look at this area, okay? I will not look at this area. Why? Because I got them all wrong, so I will not I will neglect them. So now I will concentrate on A4, A5, A6, A7. Okay? You understand that? Okay. Wrong, 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 then it is absolutely wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Correct first, but then wrong. This is stronger than that. Then wrong. And those are all has wrong, and these are correct. So I will end up with looking at fines only. And that's possible. That's, that's obvious. Why? Because, you see, I have 65% passing number 200. I'm dealing with silt. I'm dealing with silt and clay, right? With fines. So it's obvious from the beginning that I will look here. Okay? But I have to go step by step. Step 4, number 4, or number 5. Number 5, whatever. Now we go to Final 4, championship. Final 4, or Final 2. Liquid limit. How much I have liquid limit? 35. I put it here, 35. I will not look here at all. I will go here immediately. Okay? To be A4, there should be liquid limit maximum 40. I have 35. Correct. Okay. to be A5, 41 minimum. 41, minimum 41, but I have 35. This is wrong. This is right. This is wrong. Okay. Final four, we end up with championship between A5 and A7, right? A4 and A6. A4 and A6. Who will judge this? Plasticity index. Plasticity index says how much? 22. We just look here and there, only at A4 and A6. A4, I have 22. There should be 10 maximum. Okay. Here, I have to have 11 minimum. So, I ended up now with the soil. I write the soil is A6. The soil is A6. Clay soil. Okay? If it is here, then silty soil. Okay? If it is here, silty or clay, gravel, sand, fine sand, stone fragments, gravel and sand. You see? Etc. As subgrade, you see, as subgrade, excellent to good, fair or to poor, you see? This we will use them later. I will not concentrate on them. What I need is just to end up with A6. If you solve this question in the exam, correct, in this way, how much you will get out of 10? No, 7 out of 10.
Why?
3 for me. Okay, I will tell you why. I will tell you why. Okay, you wrote everything here? You understood everything here? Do you have any questions, or we go to another example? Other example? Okay. Did you finish writing this? Okay. Let us go to number 10. Number 10. Okay? Passing number 10. $70. Number 40. 45. Number 200. 18. Liquid limit. 5. Liquid limit 5. PI. I don't know. We have another example, okay? Number 10, 70% passing. Number 40, 45% passing. Number 200, 18% passing. Liquid limit 5. Plasticity index, I don't have information. Ready? Go step by step. Step 1, the soil is, and we write all of them, as we did before. Okay? Do it. Write everything. Number 10. By the way, guys, the example we just solved, we can do it in another way. Let me explain to you why. How? Okay? Now, from the beginning, we can divide the soil to coarse or fines, right? Based on number 200. Now, what was number 200 in the 65? 65. 35 or less passing number 200, more than 35 passing number 200. Which one is correct? So I'll just go here. You see? Instead of going 3 steps, I just go here, right? Now, in this our case, for example, first step, I said everything is open, right? Second step, based on number 200, right? Based on number 200, how much is the number 200 here? 18, right? 18, less than 35 or more than 35? Then it is, then immediately I'll put here, right? And here, So I will not look here. I will just look here from the beginning. The previous example, I will not look here, I will look here based on this line, okay, this row, okay, based on number 200. So the soil is A1A, A1B, A3, A24, A25, A26, A27, and I will put cross to all these, right? Then we go back now to number 10. Number 10, how much? 70, right? 70. Now, I have A1A 50 maximum rows. What I should put here? Nothing. Number 40, how much? 45.
Wrong.
45. Okay? 45. 30 maximum.
Wrong.
50 maximum.
Correct.
51 minimum.
Wrong.
Okay? Then we go to 200. 18. 15 maximum.
Wrong.
25 maximum.
Correct.
10 maximum.
Wrong.
I end up with and okay, we did not finish. 35 maximum.
Correct.
Correct.
I have 18.
Correct.
35 maximum. So all options are open except A1A and A3. They were dropped. Right? Now who will judge? Liquid limit and plasticity index. Liquid limit says how much? 5. Okay? So let us go from here. 41 minimum. 40 maximum. 41 minimum. 40 maximum. This is drop. Now here I don't have liquid limit number. It means that liquid limit is 0. Okay? Is 0 or near 0. So that's why I should say okay with question mark. Okay? Okay with question mark. I will just look to the PI to decide whether it may be okay with question mark because 5 is close to 0, right? Because 5 is close to 0. So I'll put okay with question mark. Now I'll go to plasticity index. Plasticity index is, what does it mean? 0. Okay? 0. Now I'll go here. 11 minimum. 11 minimum. 10 maximum. 10 maximum. No, because 0 we have. So, 6 maximum. 6 maximum. Maximum 6 is not like 10 maximum. Okay? Maximum 6 is almost 0. Okay? So, we go for this. Now, let me explain to you. Here, it means 0. Liquid limit is 0. Because I can say I have no money in my pocket or I have money as much as 0. It's the same, right? So, I have liquid limit equals to 0 or I don't have liquid limit, the same. Okay? I have 6 maximum plasticity index means 0 included. Okay? Now, what is NP here? What is NP? Non-plastic. Non-plastic, okay? Non-plastic. Non-plastic means, Abdul Wahab, plasticity index 0. Okay? It's not available. This dash, not available. Okay? Not available. Non-plastic. The dash or 0 or near 0 has the same thing. Okay? Now we ended up with the soil is A1B, right? So we write the soil is A1B. And you will get 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Okay? We solved 2 examples. You have in your textbook maybe 3-4 other examples are solved. And then you have plenty of questions, maybe 10 or more. You can play these games. They are interesting. Okay? While eating 2 sandwiches, hamburger, you will finish all of them. pizza, no problem. Pizza, even falafel. It's up to you.
Letzte war ein Ausdruck.
This is 3 for me. I'll tell you later. Okay. Now, did you write everything? Can I erase? Okay, I will erase this. And just I will concentrate on one thing on the page. You will write it next time, okay? Suppose I found that the soil is A7. The soil is A7, okay? I found that the soil is A7. Now, A7, I find that it may be A75 or A76. How can I decide which one of them? A75 or A76? Okay? I will go to this equation here, but I will write it next time. We'll write it here. Okay? Plasticity index of A75 subgroup is equal to or less. So I'll write PI. Isn't it plasticity index PI? Less or equal to or less than okay, I will write it like this in the page. Once you buy it, write it there. To be A76 subgroup, then PI greater than liquid limit minus 30. So the previous question. We had liquid limit how much? The previous question. No, the previous question. 35. I'll come here. 35 minus 30. 5. How much PI was? 22. 22 is less than 5? More than 5. So it is A76. Okay? A76. Or A75. So, did we know how we can classify A7 to A75 or A76? I would like you to write these two equations in the page there. Okay? To remember them in the exam. So, we know now how to deal with AASHTO, right? We have no questions except that you should ask me for the 3 grades out of 10, right? I told you if you solve this, you will get 7 out of 10. How we can get them? Now let me try to go back to, when we say, for example, the soil is A75, for example, A75. I should immediately write here group index, okay? Group index, GI, immediately. Unless you write this, you will not get 10 out of 10, okay? You should solve it correctly, find A75, for example, or whatever, and then between brackets, I will write the group index. What is the group index? Group index is, this is the equation, long one, F minus 35, between big brackets, 0.2 plus 0.005 multiplied by liquid limit minus 40. We close the brackets, big brackets, plus 0.01 F minus 15 multiplied by PI minus 10. Okay, let us go. GI group index, okay? 35 we know, 0.2 we know, these are numbers. LL, what is LL? Liquid limit, minus 40. What is PI? Plasticity index, minus 10. Okay, everything we know except F. F, percent passing number 200. Percent passing number 200. Okay? The first example we solved, how much it was there? 65, right? So we put 65 minus 35, 0.2 plus 0.005, liquid limit, it was 35 minus 40 plus 0.01, 65 minus 15, 22 minus 10. Okay? So the answer, it may be minus 14. It may be minus 1.4. It may be 21. It may be 1.5, etc. Any number. Okay? minus or plus, positive or negative. It may be, because you see here 35 minus 40, right? So it may be minus, it may be positive, right? But we have this consideration. Group index should be whole number always at the beginning. So if I have it 15.45, we will round it up or down. You know how to round it. 15.49, 15, whole number. 15.51, okay? You know this from school. We will round it to whole number. The other thing, GI should be equal or greater than 0. Shouldn't be negative. So if the answer was minus 15, 0. If it was minus 0.0000001, 0. If it was minus 1 million, all negative numbers will be 0, okay? So it should be 0 and it should be a whole number. We put it here, okay? And thus you will get 10 out of 10. And we will finish here, okay? Please remember to bring the pages.